Okay, welcome back to another Shorty episode where we are building this car for Guy, a quadriplegic down in Sydney. If you haven't watched other episodes, check them out before you watch this one. But this one is special because it is the episode where we are handing the car over to Guy. Now, there's literally only 24 hours before this thing needs to go on a truck down to the Sydney four-wheel drive show. So we haven't filmed too much, but we have got a bull bar on, which isn't the one that's staying. That one was supplied to us. Guy has one at home that he's working on. I've put a dual battery in, so the second battery box is in. We'll put a battery in there as well. Unfortunately, the wheels and tires didn't rock up, so I've just thrown my patrol ones on there. That's why my patrol skip leg day at the moment. And yeah, we're gonna get it off the hoist now because it has wheels on it, get it on the ground, set the airbags and see if it actually moves as well. I've also got some seats to go on it too. These ones we got were actually off of a Subaru, I believe. But they look pretty nice because they're black leather and not too hard to adapt with the brackets to suit the GQ. So we're gonna rip into it, get it on this truck, get to the show and hand the car over to Guy. Also guys, I'm going to quickly remind you that we have officially gone live with the Van Cruiser giveaway. I can't believe I'm giving away that car, but if you want to enter, there'll be a link down below to the website. We have specific shirts for the giveaway, but also the website's open to get some entries as well if you want some of the other stuff that we have in our collection. But what we're doing now, I'm going to quickly show you something. We need to, get on there. Whoa, my God, camera's flying away. Okay, we need to fill the transmission with fluid. Now there's two ways this is normally done. Most cars have a dipstick, earlier model cars, basically fill it, but you always got to have the car running. When you're filling your transmission, you basically put it in drive, have the car running, fills up the converter, run it into reverse for like 5 seconds, then neutral, then drive, and try and run it through all the gears, spin the wheels a bit to get the fluid flowing. The gearbox will fill itself and it needs to stay running to be able to keep everything circulating. So while the car's running, with this one, it doesn't have a dipstick, it's got a fill plug. So you take that out, while it's running, you fill it up with oil until it basically starts dripping out of that fill plug. Then you put this in and that's your level. Normally you want to do it at the right temperature too. So I think this is about 30 or 40 degrees, basically when the car's cold. So we've got to do that and then we'll get it off the hoist and see if it actually moves. Alright, finally off the hoist now. We've got it on the wheels. I've thrown some air in the bags. We'll see if it moves forward, get it out of the hoist so we can actually open the doors, finish the seats. And that's where we're going to start connecting all this leveling system. I mean, ride height, I don't know exactly. I'm hoping the Airbag Man boys will be at the Sydney show to calibrate this so we can set the levels 1, 2 and 3, low, high, and then your normal ride height. So see if it moves. Oh, it's out. Oh, it's the first time this thing sees light. So pretty much what I'm looking for with this first run, let's check a few things. Make sure it's got brakes. Transmission's another thing. The transmission can be asleep, which just means it's stuck in third gear. So if it's all wide right, it should have first, second gear. So make sure it's got brakes. Gearbox, we got the fluid in there. Does feel like it's in first gear. Also, there's no wheel alignment at all. The gears work. So we're gonna whack it on a truck and take it to the Sydney show. There is obviously a lot still to finish. We need to get the wheel alignment done, a bit more wiring and set this leveling, but we're gonna put it on the truck and we'll seal the four-wheel drive show and come take a look at it. Alright, we just made the haul down to Sydney from the sunny coast. Now the Shorty had his first little suspension test and well, it's got some leaky bags going on. So hopefully we can sort that leak out. But we're bumping into the show now. Oh, show me that shirt you're wearing. Look at that, building up what high vis. Setup has begun. We've just started to see how it stand a little bit more, what's the word? bit more set up than the other shows we've done. We've actually bought some racking because every time we do this, it's an absolute mess with stuff. Giveaway 80s in the corner there. We got Guy Shorty behind us. The stage is there, which I'm on as well. So we're gonna get some shots of the show, hopefully. It's gonna be a very busy weekend. So if you came down to the Sydney show, thanks for coming, but we'll try to get some shots. Monica's coming too. How cute do we look? Except Sass was meant to bloody Photoshop me busted up arm out, but that didn't happen, but that's okay. How you feeling, mate? Nervous?
Ready for a big weekend? Nah, it's gonna be mint. We've got way more set up. It's gonna be so much nicer. Heaps of new gear.
So this is Zach's first show when all the hard work is put in designing all this clothing finally can be purchased. So a lot of this stock is the new drop. So we're launching at the show. Now, whatever's left over, we're probably gonna end up chucking on the website. So I'll link down below to the website, grab some of the stuff. It's probably the last winter drop and then we start moving to some summer stuff. But we've got sick beanies, the trackies, the full collection, got hoodies, brand new shirts, all the good stuff. So jump over and check it out. Holy smokes, guys, what an absolutely insane weekend. Sydney turned it on for us, so if you came down to the show, massive shout out to you guys, thanks for coming down. Guy was absolutely over the moon with his Shorty, so we are about to load it up into the truck, head down to Guy and drop the Shorty off to him. So he's been itching to jump in this thing, so hopefully we can get the bags down enough for him to get in, slide in with the wheelchair, and take this thing for a quick rip around the backyard. So obviously he doesn't have the wheel alignment done, a few little things to finish. So he's gonna have it for a couple of days, probably stare at the thing for a bit, and then finally take it to his mechanic to finish the last few things. So this will be the last time you look at it until it's in Guy's hands.
The next day.
Bro, just unloaded. We're back with Guy. How'd you go over the weekend? A massive weekend.
It was a big weekend. There was so many people there. It was great.
Describe to me the feeling when you first saw it. It's been 2 years since Guy's seen this car.
It was emotional,
Yeah.
we'll say. Yeah, it's like you said, 2 years coming into the show, everyone around it already, and it made it real. After not seeing it for so long, you kind of get.
Like, is it gonna happen?
Yeah, it does. And then you see it for the first time, you're like, wow, that's mine, and it's so close.
It's coming
now.
together, yeah, it's super close. There's no shortage of GQs here. Monique's behind the camera today and she's like, oh yeah, need another one, do you? So you've got the nice Shorty and there's a couple more wagons. You've got a couple down the back.
Yeah, there's a couple of spare ones down the back. There's one that the newer panels came off, and we'll get some trims and bits and pieces off it as well.
Sweet. So we did manage to get some rims. So big shout out to guys at Method. We were actually at the Method stand at the Sydney show, and big shout out to Matt there. We basically picked the rim that guy wants, and some sick alley bead locks. So we might throw some air in this tyre. See if you can maybe get in, have a little putt around the front now. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
And we'll change his wheels over. And then I do want to get some footage off Guy later, whether we come down or he comes up. Maybe, I was chatting to Bree, like it'd be sick if we can go out to Coffs and do a wheeling trip with you once it's all finished.
Coffs or even out the back of Bago. Warhope, there's some big tracks out there as well.
Yeah, perfect. And the last thing, on behalf of everyone who's followed the channel and supported Guy, we managed to raise $6,250 from that sticker. They're only $10 a sticker. A big shout out to everyone. We got $6,000 for Guy to just help him get out on the tracks. Some fuel money, food money, whatever he needs to get around. So
fuel money with the LS, maybe.
Exactly, yeah. So thank you so much to everyone that helped and got on board with that. Let's change his wheels over, whatever. Maybe go for a rip. We'll see you very soon on the channel, hopefully.
For sure.
No worries. All right guys, what I'm about to tell you is probably the biggest news to hit Built Not Bought. We are finally able to start releasing content of the next build. Here is a little sneak peek at a project that I've been working on for over 2 years, and my phone's ringing. Let's have a look. I don't think it runs, eh?
No, maybe once before we brought it here. Boot doesn't open.
Boot doesn't open, perfect. That's how you shut a bonnet. I'm gonna undo all the bolts on the leaf springs, drop the car down off the hoist, untake the bolts out. Untake? What we're gonna do is start looking at building our own chassis. I'm actually going to be using these diffs. Now these are a GU Patrol diff, but we're going to completely strip them and make them fit our custom chassis for the XC. So we've just set it up so it sort of rides nice. Make sure this thing sits good on the street. Not the street, because it's not going to be a street car. So we've dragged the old chassis back into the shed and we are back onto this build. A couple more things have arrived since then and now. Triple bypass shocks and coilovers. Gives you a little bit more of an idea of what the hell I'm trying to build here. We've got that 454 big block and supercharger. Start doing the maths, it's gonna be pretty gnarly. So stay tuned for next week when we get onto that build. The only last thing, the Van Cruiser giveaway. If you wanna win that car with its brand new black paint job, 650 horsepower 1FZ, that thing is up for grabs. If you wanna go on the draw, there'll be a link down below. What I'm doing, if you throw in a beanie into your pack, we're gonna double your entries as well. So just by chucking that in, you get double entries from whatever you purchase to go into the draw for that. And big thanks to everyone that's followed the Shorty build. Guys, absolutely stoked. And when that thing is finished, we're 100% gonna go on a trip with him, take him out to Coffs or Warhope, wherever he wants to go. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you next week.